Week 13 NFL picks. Week 13 NFL picks. Am I speaking loud enough? Am I close enough to my laptop that's running hot at the moment because I have a zillion tabs open? The first game on Thanksgiving, we have the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions, and in this game I will take the Detroit Lions. It is a divisional game. It might be fairly close, but I think Detroit will ultimately win. And Chicago just keeps blowing games, and just, I don't know, they can't seem to win. They just seem like to be a loser team, just like Chicago, the city. Yeah, I got Detroit. Detroit got this in the bag. The next game we have is New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. In this game, I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys because they're the better team, because New York stinks and they're not throwing games. They're not a very good football team. I'm not even going to say they're throwing games. I just think they stink. You have players fighting for jobs. You always do. It's just that they're not a very good team. Maybe you could say that maybe the management has it set up so they don't win so they can get a good draft pick. But sometimes those draft picks don't turn out well, so you got to be careful what you wish for. And also, my personal opinion, I think it should be a random who gets it, like the bottom 5 or bottom 10 teams, who gets the first draft pick. Like, I hate how it's always the team that has the worst record. It's bull crap. Because some teams might have a harder schedule, some teams might have an easier schedule. I don't like how it's done. It's not right. But anyways, Dallas should win this game. They're at home. They're gonna win on Turkey Day. And Giants stink. Let's move on. I talked too long for that game. The next game we have is the Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers. This should be a gorgeous game. This should be a great game. And I did pick against Green Bay last week, and guess what? I'm going to do it again. I also didn't know. I did say in my previous video that if Nick Bosa wasn't playing, that I would have picked the Niners, and I'm pretty sure Nick Bosa didn't play. I'm pretty sure he didn't play. He didn't play, right? Why is there wet stuff on my laptop? I don't want it to, I'm spilling water on this or something? I don't understand. This is not a water-resistant laptop. I don't need it getting damaged. But, anyways, I'm going to take Miami Dolphins in this game. I think Miami Dolphins have a little bit more to play for, and they've been playing at a pretty high level lately. Both teams, well, Green Bay's almost lose to the Bears or something like that. I know it's a divisional game, but yeah, the Bears just like to lose all the time. But anyways, I'm going to go with Miami Dolphins on Turkey Day. The next game we have is Black Friday. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Amazon Prime. We got the Las Vegas Raiders, or the Oakland Raiders, whatever you want to call them, at the Kansas City Chiefs. Another divisional game. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs, but I will say this. I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders put up a fight. I think they did last time, but they only lose by like a touchdown or a field goal. I forget. Or was it 10-point difference? I forget what happened in that game. All I know is the Raiders were in it at times, which isn't shocking. This is a divisional game. And plus, the Chiefs are playing everybody close this year. I don't know what's up with them. I kind of think, despite having the best record in football, I kind of think the Bills are a better football team right now. I think the Chiefs have to try to pick things up, but I don't know. Maybe it's the Bills' year. I don't know. I just think the Bills are a better overall team right now. That may change down the road if I start seeing the Chiefs pick things up. But right now, the Chiefs look horrendous, in my opinion. They just gave up 27 points to that really bad Carolina Panthers team. Like, that was a joke. I don't know what the heck the Chiefs were doing in that game. How do you give up that many points to one of the worst teams in the league? I don't understand it. Maybe something's really wrong with Kansas City. And then people will say, well, the previous years they were like this too, where they were having a lot of these close games and they were pulling some wins out and so on, and their record was worse the previous season. But I feel like that team, like, I almost feel like the team last year, despite having a worse record, was better overall. I don't know what it is. It's just something's off about this Chiefs team. I could be wrong, but yeah, or maybe I'm just a Chiefs hater. You can call me that. But I just feel like for some reason last year the Chiefs felt like they were a better overall team. You can also say, well, they're the defending Super Bowl champions. Everybody's playing them very hard. Oh, I gotta pause this for a second. I want to catch a Pokemon. Pause the video. Resume the video. Okay. Yeah, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm talking too long. I'm sorry about that. The next game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons, and the Los Angeles Chargers, they played the Ravens competitively in the first half, but then the Ravens just took over the second half, and I did pick the Ravens to beat the Chargers. I think the Chargers will win this game. I'm not impressed by Atlanta. I think Atlanta's defense is kind of really bad. And I think the Chargers should be able to score points on them. And also, I think the officiating was kind of bad in the Chargers Ravens game, but I wasn't going to say. I mean, it didn't benefit either team really, in the sense that I think both teams were hurt by it. Some might argue the Chargers were a little bit hurt more because there was a chance they could have scored a touchdown earlier, and if they had or something like that, it could have been at a different game. But like that. I don't know. That's hearsay. You don't know what could have happened. And yeah, the officiating was kind of bad on Monday night. I shouldn't even be talking about, because now I'm sure they're gonna poorly officiate my team for talking smack about the officials, just like they did in the Rams game, where it looked like the officials were really pretty bad against the Eagles a little bit. I don't know what the hell that was about, but they were definitely showing some home cooking for the Los Angeles Rams in that game, and whatever. This guy got the Los Angeles Chargers in this game. Next game, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. I did not like what I've seen from Pittsburgh. Maybe they changed it around in this Bengals game, but I think Bengals have the outside chance. They might be able to still get a wild card. I'm going with the Bengals at home. I don't know. I have a gut feeling. The Pittsburgh just, I don't know. Something's wrong with Pittsburgh. I don't know how you lose to the... Well, actually, Pittsburgh, the games they've lost to stinky teams, kind of, like the Cowboys earlier this season, and just recently the Browns on Thursday Night Football. It was a bad weather game, and they also lost to Dallas on a bad weather game. Dallas one was just a little bit of rain, though, where it's like that. The snow game is probably harder to play. But both teams are playing in the snow. So I don't know what that's about. We're going to say, oh, one team has more of an advantage, but neither team has an advantage in a snow game. It's like, yeah. I'm going to take Baltimore. Not Baltimore, sorry. I saw the B. I'm going to take this. Why does Cincinnati use that logo anyways? Use your Bengals logo. Why do you have a stupid B? I just watched a video recently where this woman was assessing all the logos, and I think she ranked the Eagles one of the best. I don't know if it was the best. I forget exactly. But she ranked the Bengals one of the lower ones, and I agree. It's just a stupid B with some stripes. It's not cool looking. Like, I'd rather have the cool Bengal logo, where it's like the cool, what is it, a tagger, right? A Bengals tagger, yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm going to take Cincinnati. I think it's going to be an upset, because I'm sure the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be favored, but I don't know. I don't trust Pittsburgh right now. I'm going to go with Cincinnati at home. I believe they're still alive. If they lose this game, I think Cincinnati's done with it. I think they're gonna pull. I don't like Cincinnati's defense. But I think Cincinnati's going to try to turn us into a shootout, and I think they can. I think they can win. It'll probably be close. It'll probably be like a field goal or a touchdown. But I think Cincinnati's going to pull the upset off. I'm calling it an upset. I don't think Cincinnati would be favored at home with that defense. So yeah, I don't know what the betting odds are showing, but I'm sure Steelers are favored. Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am going to take the Houston Texans to beat their divisional opponent. I think does Houston which teams has the problem playing the Jaguars? I don't know if it's Houston or was it somebody else, but in that division. Was it Tennessee? Maybe it's Tennessee. But I got Houston this game. They're just a way better team. Jaguars, their season's over. I think they don't even have a. I think they've been eliminated. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the statistic on the AFC side, but I think the Jaguars are done mathematically. So I'm going to take the Houston Texans to win one on the road against a divisional opponent. The next game I have the Arizona. I mean, whoops. No, wait a second. I was reading that wrong. But Arizona at Minnesota. I will take Minnesota Vikings this game. They're at home. I'll take the Minnesota Vikings at this game. I got the Minnesota Vikings. I have the Minnesota. See, I tricked you earlier because I was reading it wrong because I'm tired. I don't know. It's 3:47 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. So this is an odd time to do it. But the reason I'm doing my picks right now is because I want to watch other people's picks, but I don't want to be influenced. So I like to do my picks before them. If that makes sense. I like to think for myself, and I also don't like to be influenced by others, so I try not to be influenced by others. Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings at home. I think this is going to be a very close game. If this was in Arizona, I think I would go with the Cardinals, but Arizona just went to Seattle, and they really struggled against Seattle. I can see that happening again in Minnesota, so I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings at home. The Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts. I'll go with the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Indy might have an outside shot, just like the Bengals, but they would probably have to win out or something like that, just like the Bengals probably have to. But they have an outside shot, and the Patriots have no outside shot. I believe their record is too bad, and they're basically eliminated. I don't know if they're mathematically eliminated, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts on the road. The next game, I got to pause again. Pokemon showed up. I missed it again. The Pokemon missed. Okay, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the New England Jets. New England Jets. Wow, why am I? This is how tired I am. Okay, the Seattle Seahawks at the New York Jets. Not New England Jets. There's no New England Jets, Joe. New York Jets. Okay, I know you're tired, but let me be focused a little bit. In this game, I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks. Is Aaron Rodgers even playing in this game? I don't know if I heard that if they're sitting him or what. It sounds like he's probably going to end up playing for another team next year if he's not going to retire. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's disgusted just because he probably isn't happy how the organization has kind of treated him and blamed him for why the Jets are bad right now, but it's a team sport. And I can see Aaron Rodgers starting for somebody next season. Probably a team that needs a quarterback. And maybe if their draft pick isn't good enough, they'll take him or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe they'll just I don't know. Maybe they'll even take him and then maybe pick up somebody in the draft a quarterback and have kind of Aaron Rodgers teach him the ropes. You know what I mean? But in this game, I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. I don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is even playing in this game. I don't know if they're sitting him or what. Thought I heard that somewheres. But I go with the Seattle Seahawks. They're still fighting for that NFC West spot. So yeah, I'll go with Seattle. The Tennessee Titans at the Washington Redskins. In this game, I'm going to go with the Washington Redskins. But Tennessee Titans are playing much better right now. Will Levis is playing very good lately. I think he had 2 back-to-back games where he's looking impressive. He's definitely fighting for his job. He's definitely fighting for his job. He doesn't want people like, oh, he's a bust, and he's not a bust so far. I mean, early in the season, I really thought he was and stuff like that. But the past 2 games, he's been throwing some beautiful passes, and I think he's on a pretty bad team too. You got to take that into account. I think he might be starting for Tennessee next year. I don't know. It's like that. I don't know who they're picking up in the draft. But, yeah, I think Will Levis might be better than people think. Maybe it's just a brief, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at something there. It's just he's having some good games. But, yeah, I think Will Levis is not that bad. I think he's better than people think. I'm going to go with the Washington Redskins at home. They should win this game. Will Levis will probably have some nice passes in it because he's starting to play a lot better. And yeah, it's a team sport, so you need to have your players open so you can throw those balls to them. So he can't throw the ball to himself. But anyways, I got the Redskins at home. They're a better team. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the North Carolina. Is that what they're calling them? Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to take Tampa Bay to beat their divisional opponent. Tampa is the much better team. Carolina did play a little bit better against the Chiefs, but I don't know if that's the Chiefs just coming off a loss against the Bills, and maybe they looked past the Carolina Panthers. Maybe they thought it was an easy win. I have no idea what the mindset of the Chiefs were, but I do think Tampa Bay is going to go into Carolina and beat the divisional opponent. It might be close at times, but our pieces. I think there's pieces coming back for Tampa Bay, so I don't know how close it's going to be. Isn't it Mike Evans coming back, or did he come back for the previous game? Anyways, I'm going to go Tampa Bay. Next game we have is the Los Angeles Rams at the New Orleans Saints. I think Saints have been playing a little bit better lately, but I am going to take Los Angeles Rams on the road. The Rams only lost the last game because they played the legendary Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, anybody that plays the legendary Philadelphia Eagles, they got to go up against Saquon Barkley. And guess what? Saquon Barkley is going to win a Super Bowl this year. Possibly. We'll see. Am I jinxing it saying that? Don't talk like that. Don't be that fan that says that, because now you just jinxed your own team. Why would you do that? Anyways, I got the Los Angeles Rams in this game. The next game we have Philadelphia Eagles at the Baltimore Ravens. Man, I didn't know this was going to be in Baltimore, but I'm going to take my Philadelphia Eagles. And yes, this is a biased pick, but I think Saquon Barkley, I think he gets going. And I do think Derrick Henry is going to have some good runs himself. But I think Saquon is going to show which running back is the better running back in this game. And I think it's going to be Saquon. And I think that's going to be the difference in the game. And it's going to be close, though. It's going to be a very close game. It could be like a field goal game or a touchdown game. I think the Eagles have to come out pretty strong against this Ravens defense, because the Ravens defense has actually played pretty well against the Chargers, except the first half. I would say that they looked very suspect at times. Justin Herbert did hesitate to throw a football at one point in the game in the first half, and the secondary had enough time to read it, and then he pushed the guy when the receiver caught the ball, and then the ball came out. So Justin Herbert not making decisions quick enough. Hopefully Jalen Hurts, when he sees an open receiver, if he does see the open receiver, he gets the ball to him quick, because then the secondary of the Ravens are playing a little bit better lately. So yeah. Anyways, I want the Eagles to run the ball, just run it down their throat. But that's going to be the same strategy the Baltimore Ravens are going to be doing. And both quarterbacks can run, Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson might be the better passer, but that might be debatable. Some people will say that's not true, but I think it is. I think Lamar is the better passer. Who do I think has the better overall team? I think the Eagles actually have the better overall team, because I think our defense is a little bit better. I think our defense will come out good in the first half, because they have in recent games. They've been playing pretty well. Yeah. I think for the Eagles to win this game, I think they have to take a lead in the first half, and I think they will. And I mean a sizable lead, because I think that's when Baltimore's defense is very suspect. At least it looked like that in the Chargers game. Anyways, let's move on. We have the San Francisco 49ers at the Buffalo Bills. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. San Francisco 49ers are terrible. I don't even care if Nick Bosa comes back for this game. I don't care if Brock Purdy, who I don't even know how good he really is, but I don't want to hate on him, but like, the Niners just look terrible. They look terrible this year. And the NFC West is weak, so maybe they come back and they, I don't know. NFC West looks like crap. But so do the Niners. The Niners look like crap. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't even call the Niners the best team in the NFC West right now. I would say it would probably either be the Rams or maybe the Arizona Cardinals, who the Rams just beat. I meant the Rams. I messed that up. I meant the Seattle Seahawks, who the Seahawks just beat the Cardinals. And I think the Seahawks and the Cardinals are probably, and the Rams, you can throw the Rams name in there. I mean, they're coming off a loss against my Eagles, which, again, the Eagles are the legendary Super Saiyan, and, you know, nobody can beat the Eagles. They're number one. They're going all the way this year, and they'll take on either the Bills or the Chiefs probably in the Super Bowl, and they'll win their Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts finally gets his first Super Bowl win, and so does Saquon Barkley. It's going to be gorgeous. You can't say that. You can't say that. Why are you jinxing your own team? Why are you talking like that? Who else talks like that? What are you, a Dallas Cowboys fan, acting like you won the Super Bowl before you did? Who talks like that? Anyways, let's move on. We have the Cleveland Browns at the Denver Broncos. In this game, I'm going to take the Denver Broncos at home. I know Cleveland just beat their divisional opponent, looked pretty impressive, but it was a bad weather game, and they understand they play the Steelers twice a year, so they know that team a lot better than they do the Denver Broncos. The altitude could be an issue for the Cleveland. I'm going to go Denver. They're at home. What is that? Is that Monday night? Yep, we're done. We're all done. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.